Hello and welcome to the last segment of the Guardianship Information Session. Today I'm going to just answer some of the more frequent questions that we get when we are looking at guardianship of the person only application 17A. So one of the more common questions is, the mother, father of the ward has not been around for the past X amount of years. Do I still have to get a waiver and a consent from him? Well, first you have to put that in writing. We have to know what the situation is in detail. Has the parent been around? To what extent? Have you made due diligence to find that person? When was the last contact that we had? So we need to have a detailed laying out of the specific situation in order to determine whether or not a waiver and consent is necessary, whether a citation might work, or whether we can waive jurisdiction on this particular individual. But everything has to be laid out in writing, and then you can make your application that way, and then we can take it to the surrogate and decide from that point on. Another common question is, well, my kids are, they're above the age of 18, but they're away in college. I know that we're supposed to be getting everybody in the household to get fingerprinted, but do they have to be fingerprinted? Yes, they do. If they're away for a short period of time, like college, and their intent is to return home at some point, then yes, they still have to be fingerprinted. But what we can do is we can work with your schedule to fingerprint them when they're on home for certain breaks. But anybody that lives in the household, grandparents, aunts and uncles, friends, anybody that's living in that household above the age of 18 has to be fingerprinted for the application to move forward. The next question, with everything going on right now, well, when is the court going to be open so I can come in and make my appointment, or so that I can come in and get fingerprinted? Unfortunately, I do not have an answer to that question. Generally speaking, before the pandemic hit, you would just call us and we would give you an appointment, whether it's with somebody from the guardianship department or the court officers, to get the fingerprints done. But the court right now is physically closed. We are not seeing any members of the public. And even when it does open, I cannot give you an exact time as to when we can review your paperwork. But what I can tell you is, if everything is in good order, you believe you've done the best that you can, what you can do is you can email me, and you can email me the documents. I can take a look at them, and if everything is in good form, then you can mail it into the court with the filing fee, with a note that says already reviewed by Irini Bekhit. So that's one way that the Surrogates Court of Richmond County is willing to accommodate you. I will check everything before you actually mail it in, so we can cut down on the back and forth. As far as the fingerprints, unfortunately, I just don't have an answer to that at this point. Okay, the next question is, well, what if I have an emergency before I have everything submitted, or before the guardianship is complete? There have been situations where if there's an emergency that you anticipate to happen, which kind of defeats the purpose of an emergency, or there's a doctor's appointment that's needed or surgery that's needed, as long as we have a petition and some of the information, there have been certain circumstances where we allow temporary guardianship for a small period of time in order to allow you to have the authority to act on behalf of your loved one, your ward. So in emergency situations, again, we'll certainly willing to work with you, but every case is different, and we would need something in writing, documentation, to substantiate what the need is and why you can't go through the normal course. And lastly, who can I speak to about my specific situation? I know there's a lot of information here, but is there anybody that I can speak to? You can always send me an email. We'll set up an appointment, and I can certainly talk to you. We're all now dealing with a lot of different situations, but we in the court are here to help you. If you have any questions, email me. Again, as I gave my email address in previous videos, but I'll give it to you guys one more time. It's Bekhit. Okay, it's ibeckett@nycourts.gov. Feel free to email me. I'll set up an appointment, and we can have a phone meeting, or we can have a Skype meeting, and we can talk that way, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. This is a tough time for everyone, and we're here to help out as much as we can. Thank you for watching all 4 segments. Again, if you have any questions, always feel free to give us a call at the court. My name is Irini Bekhit, and I hope everyone is safe and healthy during this difficult time. Thank you.